What's up, guys? Time to show off a build. This is one of my copper Kraken builds. This has actual copper for the dial. Was trying to do something with a copper insert, but it was just not working properly. So I went with a copper cerakoted bezel on there, which actually kind of went the same direction as I was trying to go with. So you've got a brushed case, Kraken engraved crown, copper cerakoted bezel, actual copper Kraken laser dial, milled caseback, copper cerakoted, Kraken engraved. You got an automatic mechanical movement in there with a stainless steel movement holder and a little signed BVW rotor in there that you can't see, but they're in there. And this is on a super soft, kind of orangish brown, an orange stitched band, or copper stitched, however you want to look at it. But it went with it nicely. And a brushed preview buckle. And obviously silver handset in there. So I sanded this before I put it in there, but over time this will patina. The bezel insert that I had was looking some rough from just being out. So I had sanded it down and thought, you know what, let's go a different route. I happen to have one of these, so let's put that on there. Has a little bit larger of a presence, and I thought it looked good. So bezel will turn left, so it'll turn right. This is held on with a tension ring. Shouldn't move on you unless you're wanting it to move. Automatic mechanical, so you can wind it, wear it, put it in a watch winder. But if it's dead or you're not going to be very active, make sure you wind it just a little bit. And how you do that is you back the crown off the threads until you hear it and feel it clicking. Then you turn it. Turning it this way will wind it. Turning it back towards you doesn't do anything, but it's a lot easier to keep your finger spacing and just go back and forth. If you do that for 4 or 5 seconds before you put it on, that mixed with your rotor movement from you moving around will keep your time throughout the day. If you're really going to be like at a desk or driving all day and you want to make sure you're not lose time, you can just sit here and wind it all day if you like. If you do it for 15-20 seconds, you're going to max out your 31-hour power reserve on it. You cannot overwind it, so don't worry about that. When you're happy with your winding, you're going to pull it to the one and only click, and you can now set your time. It does not have a hacking movement, so it's going to keep going on you. You'll also notice you've got a wobble crown. That deflects lateral pressure from going into the stem and into the movement, so when you're pushing and prying on it, you are not putting any adverse pressure into there. Also, the clutch system in there, whenever this is screwed all the way down, it disengages, so if you have an impact to the crown, it doesn't transfer into your keyless works and into your movement. Okay, Google, what time is it? 1:11 p.m. When you're good, push it over, get it out of that time setting, and then wind it down. There is the build. As with every build, it's going to come with matching beads. Entirely up to you how cool you are, if you wear those or not. This is going to come in a brown special edition Kraken box. This is going to come with watch cleaners. This is good on all glass and metal parts, so everything there in the center of the watch, as well as a microfiber for that. You're going to get leather conditioner. This is good on this leather strap to keep it perfectly soft. Apply it on the front and back. Let it soak in. Remove any excess. Use a rag or a washcloth or something like that that you would apply for, like, you know, leather boots or something. Don't use one of your microfibers. It's only if you need it. Chances are you won't need it for a very long time. And then lastly, you're going to get some fine scratch remover. This is Novus 2 from Amazon, just repackaged. It's like Poly Watch. It's for your acrylic glass because you can scratch it. But if you do, put a tiny bit of this on it and buff it or rub it in with your matching microfiber. If the scratch is up and down, go left and right, filling that scratch, haze it, buff it out. If it's still there, revisit it in 10-15 minutes after that solidifies. It's kind of like drywall mud, so you don't want to go right back in it because you're going to pull out what you've put in there. So we'll kind of fill that acrylic back up and then buff out any kind of imperfections that you see in the glass. So that's the build. If it's going to you, congrats. I hope you like it. I love these copper builds. They are literally my favorite builds to do, so hopefully it is for you as well. And if you want me to build you something custom and unique, reach out and I'll see what I can do. And if you want to continue to see videos like this, like and subscribe as I put them up all the time. Thanks, guys.